This is the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach. 1010XL, home sweet home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
For breaking Jaguars news, press conferences, interviews, and analysis, your flagship station of the Jags is 1010XL.
Now, the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter on 1010XL. Flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Here are your hosts, Ryan the Hacker Green, Leon Searcy, and Coach Gerald Ingram.
Collins now on the near side, dropping a C.J. Stroud. He gets hit as he let it go. The ball's floating up there. The ball is picked off! The Jags, I believe it, picked it off! The Jags have picked it off! The Jags have picked it off! They take over at their own 4-yard line! What a play! They hit him as he let it go! It was picked off! Antonio Johnson has the pick! Against the Texans, he's from Texas A&M! And the Jags have taken over at their own 4-yard line.
Frank Frangie on the call, Jaguars Radio, and with that, a very good victory Sunday evening here in Northeast Florida. It is the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. We are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings with the Pro Bowler Leon Searcy and the coach Gerald Ingram, the hacker Ryan Green with you. And for the first time since 2017, the Jacksonville Jaguars defeat the Houston Texans at Everbank Stadium 17-10. Houston falls to 0-3. Jacksonville to 2-1. Was it a thing of beauty? Was it a flawless performance? Absolutely not. But in the National Football League, the only thing that matters at the end of the day is, did you get a W or did you get an L? And Leon Searcy, the Jacksonville Jaguars, got a big, fat W hours ago.
All day, Lack. I'll take it all day. Especially from a team that since 2018 has won 7 out of the last 8 games here in Jacksonville at home, at the crib. They had the deed to our house, Hack. We were squatters, renters, okay? Anytime a team comes and does that, and it's a divisional foe, and you send them to the abyss at 0-3. With next week playing the Titans, could go to 0-4. So, I mean, anytime you could do that to the two-time AFC South champions, man, that always gives us an upper hand on the division.
Phone lines are open at 641-1010 as we welcome in the coach, Gerald Ingram. Look, was it a wonderful performance today offensively? No, it was not. But again, coach, they got the W, and unlike last week where they could not close the game out, they came back 7 days later and closed out a division rival this afternoon.
It was great to see them find a way to win. It was an awesome display by the defense. It really was. Everybody's coming together as a group over there. I was proud of them. I mean, I think Allen's playing consistently, and he kicked that one offensive tackle's ass all day long.
Welcome to the NFL.
You know,
what do you say, Leon? He got baptized?
He got baptized. Yes.
Yeah, he did. So there were some great things. Devin Lloyd is continually making better plays. The secondary as a group is stepping up to make plays when needed. You know, it was redemption day for a lot of guys. You know, Campbell, you know, the defense to find a way to win this week as opposed to last week in the final drive. They played well enough to win until the final drive. And they were put in that situation again to make a difference, and they came through, and that was great to see. The coaching continually does a great job on defense. You know, he's confusing the quarterback. He's doing a very good job, and he didn't panic. And he didn't sit there and just throw a whole barrage of blitzes at the end and blitz zero and say, hey, my ego's going to be bigger than yours. And, and that he trusted his secondary to come through, and they did, as well as the rush, 4-man rush, 5-man rush. They picked some people and ran some good stunts out there. They did a great job. They won the turnover margin, and each week they're doing what they have to do to win a game. Offensively, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, we're going to get to that, and that's certainly some issues there that need to be cleaned up. Leon Searcy, from a player perspective, taking me inside the mindset of Tyson Campbell. Great game up until the double move by Nico Collins, and Nico Collins could have fair caught that ball for a touchdown that ties it at 10. And then all of a sudden, Houston's driving down. You're thinking, oh, my gosh, are they really going to lose again, second week in a row, where they dominated for a large part of the game. 3rd and 2, Nico Collins catches the ball, turns around. It would have been a first down. The Jaguars only had one timeout. It would have been dire straits at that point. And Tyson Campbell knocks the ball out of Nico Collins. What does it say about Campbell to respond like that?
Well, first and foremost, you got to believe in yourself, even when you get beat. You got to say to yourself that this league will give me another opportunity to redeem myself. And then you got to seize the opportunity. First of all, you got to understand the magnitude of the moment. When you get that opportunity, which he did, he had his hand on the ball, and he ripped it and stripped it and caused him to fumble. Absolutely needed that. Big-time players make big-time plays. I was talking about, Coach, this about a week ago. Guys who got the bag have got to show up. They got to show up. They've got to be impressive. They've got to be counted on in big-time, big moments like this, and Tyson Campbell was. He saw an opportunity. He seized it. He made the most of it, and it helped turn around the game.
Coach, similar question, Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. had a very tough outing last week. It was well documented. Had a very tough outing this afternoon as well. Let's be frank. It was not a good performance again. But with 2 minutes to go, he caught a 48-yard seam route, skinny post route that enabled them to go down and get the winning touchdown. What does that say about Brian Thomas Jr. to make that play after such a frustrating day?
Well, I give credit for, the kid to keep fighting through. Now, he was given opportunities out there, to continue to make up for his other mishaps. But it was great to see him finish the game that way. He needed it. The team needed it. And they have to find a way to overcome this contagious drops that's going on right now. You can't have it. It's not acceptable. Mm-hmm. It's bad on every account. 3rd down conversions, whatever it is. It's just bad football.
Now go ahead, Leon.
No, I was going to say, I know RJ like this. As far as basketball terms go, a guy who's a shooter who's got an off day.
Yeah.
But you got to keep feeding the ball. And once he gets that first catch, and he makes – listen, when he slammed that ball into the stadium after he ran for those 46-some-odd yards, that was out of frustration.
A lot of emotion.
That was him saying, I know I'm better than this. I know I'm better than this, and all that frustration. But you got to keep feeding him because, he is legit when he gets the ball in his hand, when he catches the ball.
Now, Travis Etienne scored on that play. Gerald Ingram literally might be the perfect person to ask for people that remember the Super Bowl between the Giants and the Patriots. Coach Ingram, you were the running backs coach for the Giants when Ahmad Bradshaw, the Patriots basically let Ahmad Bradshaw score. And I remember that Super Bowl. He thought about stopping, and then he fell into the end zone, and there was a big deal about that. Well, today it was obvious the Texans let Etienne score with 1:48 to go up 17-10. I thought of you instantly when that happened. What was your take on that whole situation?
Haven't been in that situation, and I think you have to look at how your offense is playing at that point in time. We were dominating New England Patriots down the field, all the way down the field, okay? And then Bill Belichick had to make a decision there and say, hey, I need to get Tom Brady back on the field, okay? Today was a different situation because you really, there's a little bit of uneasiness on how your offense is playing right now. It's so inconsistent on who's going to make the play or who's going to be the one not to. So, you always said, hey, take more time off the clock, okay, sit down and do that. I take the score. In Bradshaw's situation, yeah, Eli was trying to tell him, okay, there was 46 seconds, ended up being 46 seconds left in the game, okay, but in that situation, we were playing pretty good defense and pretty good offense, okay? In this situation, I don't know. But you also got to remember, in the Baltimore game, as I told you before, Baltimore loses the game on a missed close-up field goal. They put it in the hands of the kicker to win the game. Other than that, New England's not even in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So I had to tell Ahmad, I said, yeah, I know that's what he wanted. That's what he needed to do. And I know you had second thoughts at that point in time because we had just looked at that situation. Okay? It worked out for us.
It worked out then, and it worked out today for the Jaguars. Leon Searcy, I think there was a lot of concern all week long about Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, probably the best edge duo in the league coming in here for the Texans. Will Anderson got his. He got a sack. But I'll tell you this, man. You tell me as well because you're obviously the guy to ask. From an offensive line perspective, I thought Anton Harrison in particular and Walker Little to an extent. I will take that performance today against those two outstanding edge rushers.
Well, here, Anton Harrison has history with Will Anderson anyway. For the last couple of years, I've watched him play at home and away, and Anton has owned him. Quite frankly, he's owned him. He's held him to no sack. Now, he got the sack on a game stunt, all right? It was a TE stunt that the right tackle got caught up kind of high. He ran him over and made the sack with him. So that's not really on Anton. But head-to-head, battle for battle, mano y mano, he held his own. Walker Little, he struggled a little bit on some of the bull rush. He still has a tendency to play a little high, and he gives his chest up sometimes on the bull rush. But I thought that both guys were mainstay at the tackle position as far as they didn't let them run amok. And those two guys are bona fide, get after it kind of guys on defense.
Let's squeeze in a couple of calls here in the opening segment. I know a lot of people are fired up. A lot of people probably still partying down at the stadium. A 17-10 victory for the Jacksonville Jaguars today. They go to 2-1 on the year. The Houston Texans now are 0-3, and only 4 teams dating back to 1990 have started an NFL season 0-3 and went on to make the playoffs. So the Texans will be battling history the rest of the way. Let's head out to Palatka. Let's get Andy to kick things off here on the 5th quarter. Andy, what do you got?
Hey, I just want to say I thought that was a gritty game from them guys. They fought through a lot of adversity. They came together. They stuck with it. They didn't put their heads down like the old Jags. They fought through it. And, I mean, that was a smash-mouth defensive battle. It reminded me of the old Redskins-Giants games from the NFC East in the 80s. But I'm proud of them. I think they, really picked up each other when each other had a bad drop or a bad play. And they came through and they made it happen at the end. And go Jags, Duval!
Andy's fired up out there in Palatka. What about that, Coach? Because Liam Cohen has said all week long, let's see how the team responds to adversity. They let a game get away from them last week. They almost let a game get away from them again today, let's be honest. But I thought the last 3 minutes, certainly the last 90 seconds, you want to talk about responding to adversity? I think we got a little glimpse of that, and the Jacksonville Jaguars passed that test today.
Oh, it's a great lesson learned today that stick together, and no matter what, just don't panic. Just be there ready to make the play when it's needed, and the defense respond. And you're going to find ways to win no matter how it is. There's going to be some games the defense wins, some games the offense is going to win the game, and there's some games the special teams are going to win the game. So whatever it is, it's that we're together in on this, and I just think it's a great lesson. They could have had it a week ago, and they didn't. They saw the other end of it. Now they responded. They hung in there. They fought and fought and fought. No matter the mistakes that were made, okay, they fought through it and came through it.
Leon, what about that?
Yeah, I was just going to tell Coach. Coach has been on those sidelines with us, with the Jaguars, when those kind of conversations are had on the sideline, where the defense may be struggling a little bit. Defense like, okay, offense, we're going to get your ball back. Or defense might give up a big play, and offense says, don't worry about it. We're going to go down here and score and get y'all right. So those kind of conversations, those kind of police, they're set on the sideline amongst brothers.
Because we've been in those games, too, where one side decides they're going to cross the ball and say, hey, guys, somebody on defense comes over and piss the offensive player off and say, hey, get your head out your butt. And you're like, wait a minute. This is a team.
When it's good to stick together in a situation like that.
Stick together in those pressure situations.
And responding to adversity, which is what they did today, which is what Liam Cohen asked them to do, no doubt about that. I know Junior up in Buffalo is one happy man right now. Let's get Junior up here on the 5th quarter. Junior, what do you got?
Hey, gentlemen, it's great to talk to you again. Fantastic win. I love wins. I gotta say, I love the throwback jerseys. I love those uniforms. I love it when they wear those. It always brings me nostalgia when they're wearing those jerseys and helmets. But man, these drops that they had were scaring me again. I thought it was going to be like last week. But what I saw was I can look on my TV. I didn't see them flustered. I didn't see them panic on the sideline. They stuck with each other, like you guys were saying. This team hung around each other and had each other's backs. And if they can keep doing this for the rest of the year, They're going to win a lot of ball games, and they're going to make us happy. And go Duval. I am excited. Let's go to San Francisco and beat up on some 49ers. Let's go, guys.
Junior up in Buffalo is one excited man tonight. Leon, seriously, what do you do about the drops?
It has to be addressed. It has to be the forefront of your conversation in your meetings. And I mean, maybe not in a team meeting, but especially in your offensive meeting. The offensive coordinator with Liam Combs is going to say, hey, listen, fellas, this is a major issue. This is costing us drives. It's costing us points. And it damn near costs us the game. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't have those you have 5 drops in this game. 5 drops. And it becomes a trust issue when it comes to Trevor, because at that particular point, Trevor doesn't know who to trust, because he's got BTJ dropping. He's got Parker Washington, who was consistent at one time dropping balls. You know, you got Strange is probably your most consistent guy as far as catching the ball.
He was the best player out there today. Absolutely.
So, I mean, the wide receiver, ATN had a little swing route where the ball was right in his hand and he dropped it.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can't have that. It's a major issue. It's something that has to be addressed. It's got to be a point of emphasis in practice. And you've got to call guys to the carpet when they're doing it.
I want to squeeze one more call in here, Coach, but in the offensive coaches meeting tomorrow, what do you do about the drops? Because that has to be addressed. It has to be addressed now. Is there drills you can go through in practice?
That's definitely going to happen on the field and after practice as well. You know, they're going to make sure that those guys as a group going to get on the jugs and catch more balls than Trevor can actually throw to him. And then there's going to be some throws that Trevor's going to want to have back too, that, you know, there are a couple throws out there accuracy-wise that he left some yards on the field. So there's going to be some things addressed, you know, that we have to be a better team. If we want to be an elite team, we want to be a championship-like team, we're addressing the attitude of what is accepted and what is not accepted, and that is not accepted. No matter how contagious it becomes, but the next thing that comes up is that there's one guy on the field that's got to be more productive for us and maybe be a spark. Sometimes when your offense is going through something like that, you're looking for that spark guy. Hunter has got to be utilized somehow. I don't care if you go 5 wide.
Well, but we don't
take the back out and leave the tight end in for about 3 plays. You know what I'm saying? Just something where he becomes instrumental, because he's such a playmaker in space.
Well, I imagine he is going to be more part of the game plan next week, because De'Ami Brown left today, did not come back, and Liam Cohen in his press conference, I'm paraphrasing here, said that's something we're going to have to look at. It's a shoulder issue for De'Ami Brown. Who knows if it could be a longer-term issue? Who knows? But I think by default, Leon, if De'Ami Brown misses any time, Travis Hunter's going to have to become more involved in the offense.
He has to, absolutely. Just what Coach was saying, his playmaking ability is known. You got to have. I'm not saying you use him as a pawn, but you need him out there for the quick game. I mean, because he has the ability to break it all the way to the house or get you 10 or 15 yards. So you can't leave that kind of weapon on the sideline.
Right. Plus, sometimes that one play he makes elevates everybody else.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
And you get out of that.
Let's get one more in on this side. Let's go to the west side. Let's get Darren in here on the 5th quarter. Darren, what do you got?
I got number one. I got two. That is what I got, baby. Let me tell you something. Look here. 9 out of 10 times in the last 5 years, I am diehard for the longest. You know that, Hacker. But let me tell you something. 9 out of 10 times this team loses this game. But let me tell you something. This coaching staff is the difference. This coaching staff, defense, offense, they are holding these players accountable, and these players are holding each other accountable to each other. Dude, let me tell you something. It got rough. It got tight. And look here, down at the end, I said, you know what? This team is going to find a way, and that has been the difference. I was in Cincinnati last week. I was heartbroken, but I walked out of that stadium saying to myself, this team is different. There's something different about this team. There's something different about the way, even though the offense gave up a 92-yard drive at the end, this team is different, Hacker. We are going to go. Let me tell you something. We are going to the playoffs. Mark it down. Book it right now. Look here. Lock it, baby. Screwball, baby.
Darren is calling his shot on the 21st day of September. Absolutely love it, Jaguar fans. You deserve this. It has been since 2017 since the Jaguars defeated the Houston Texans here at Everbank Stadium. That streak is over. 17-10, Jacksonville over Houston. The Jaguars now 2-1. The Texans fall to 0-3. It is the window world of Northeast Florida. Fifth quarter, we are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. Kevin, Jonathan, Mimi, all you guys hang in there. You'll be up on the other side. If you want to get in, there is room for you at 641-1010. We'll take you up till 8 o'clock tonight. We'll give out an offensive player of the game. More analysis, more conversation following the Jaguars' victory over the Houston Texans. We're glad you're with us right here on the fifth quarter.
Carolina Jags in historic Riverside has been named Best Burger in Jacksonville for 5 years in a row. They serve fresh, certified Angus beef smash burgers on locally baked buns with Florida fresh produce. Try favorites like the Riverside or a bacon cheddar. They have weekday lunch specials from 11 to 2 and open Sundays for pregame or postgame. Carolina Jags is where it's at.
Frank Franzi here for Coyle Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in '96? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle Fencing. Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida since 1927. Heck, Coyle has been installing fences since before Emery Bellard installed the wishbone offense. If you need a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle Fence today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the first coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
Put a little hot sauce on your lunchtime listening. Spicy. Joe Coward, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy. They are XL Prime Time.
4-alarm fired.
From the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K. October 3rd through 5th at Timuquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now with the big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullarita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. Clayton, I know you're the head diamond buyer at Underwoods, and you travel to the markets to buy diamonds. Why don't you just look at an emailed list and have them send you the diamond?
Frank, there are a couple of reasons we go straight to the source when we're selecting the diamonds we want to put the Underwood name on.
First, as an expert diamond buyer, I have to see a diamond before I can really judge its beauty versus the price it's being offered at. Second, when we're at the source, we have huge selections to choose our diamonds from, so we don't have to compromise the Underwood quality standard. The result is we control what goes into our diamond stock instead of allowing a diamond dealer to send us what he wants us to have. The bottom line is we're able to offer our customers carefully selected, beautiful diamonds that we're proud to have carry the Underwood name.
Underwood's serving excellence since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now with the big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
They give it to Travis Etienne, picks his way to the 5. He's going to walk into the end zone. He walked into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Jags have taken the lead with 1:48 to play in the game.
Frank Frangie on the call, Jaguars radio. That proved to be the game-winning touchdown. Travis Etienne scores. The Jaguars get it done 17-10 over the Houston Texans. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we give you an offensive player of the game. That offensive player of the game is brought to you by our friends at Universal Roof and Contracting. RJ, let's do it now. The Universal Roof and Contracting offensive player of the game.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the offensive player of the game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Leon, seriously, I said this earlier, man. The best offensive player to me, the most reliable player today was Brenton Strange. 6 catches, 61 yards, a couple of key third down conversions there for Brenton Strange. He's really been good the entire season, 3 games in, and he is this week's offensive player of the game.
Well, I mean, he's the guy that Trevor trusts the most, especially in crucial third down situations, because he's come through again and again and again, week after week after week. So, yeah, he's his guy. And then he's a hell of a blocker on when we run those trap plays.
Yeah.
He's coming down on people.
He'll lay the lumber.
Oh, he's laying the lumber. I love it. So, not only is he a pass catcher, but he's a run blocker as well.
Coach, 18 years for you, for Gerald Ingram as a running backs coach in the NFL. The Jaguars got nothing on the ground in the first half. I mean, I think they had 11 yards rushing in the first half. Now, they didn't come out like gangbusters in the second half, but what they did do is, I believe, rush the ball for 75 yards. A massive improvement from where they were in half number 1. Why were they so much more successful on the ground in the second half?
Well, I think, what definitely showed in the they saw something in the first half that they wanted to stop their run. They knew they knew they had to come in here and try and stop our run. We're number 1 in rushing, so they tried to do some things. They stunted up front a little bit, but we kind of really didn't stick to the run, in those situations. We had a couple of situations where 3 and out. We had a 9-play drive and 9 passes and got a touchdown. So third down conversions make a difference in play calling for the run. The more first down, third down conversions you get, more first and second down calls you get, you're able to have a rhythm. We didn't have a rhythm in the first half. So they came out and tried to create a rhythm. Even when they had their drops, they tried to create a rhythm of more balance in the second half, and it looked more like us.
Yeah.
Okay? I think the better we are in third down conversions, we'll get back to who we are.
And look, I mean, it wasn't great, but 75 yards rushing, including some key third downs, I will take it in a victory over the Houston Texans today. Back to the phone lines at 641-1010. Let's head to the south side. Let's get Mimi in here on the fifth quarter. Mimi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh, my goodness. I sure thought I was going to be calling in on the fifth quarter tonight to say the Jaguars jaguared it again. but the good Lord and the Blessed Mother were with the team this week. And I told RJ if he could find this quote by Trayvon Walker during the post-game interview that he did with Bucky, and he was talking about their relationship together as a team. And he said something like, we're like a chain without any missing links. Can you imagine? I love it. I hope they do it all this week. And listen, it's now on to the 49ers. Go Jags from Dover!
Mimi's fired up, no doubt about that. This could be a very different fifth quarter, Leon, had Nico Collins not fumbled that ball and how Tyson Campbell had not caused that fumble. I made that point on Hacker After Dark. I basically said, we're always waiting for the Jaguars to Jaguar, right? My point last week was be very un-Jaguar-like. Go out there, bust them in the mouth, and win the game. Today was un-Jaguar-like because in the past, when it starts snowballing after that touchdown to Nico Collins, the Jaguars find ways to lose games like this. It happens almost every time. It was different today, and it was a much, much welcome sight.
Well, I mean, it's profound that this team doesn't fold under adversity, and we've seen it, Hacker, year after year after year, that this team is looking around for somebody else to make a play. That's the problem with this team of the past. Everybody's looking around for somebody else to make the play. No, it's guys out there now that are looking to make plays, looking to strip fumble, looking to intercept, looking to get around the corner and get a major sack, looking to stop on a short down situation. That's what you need. You need guys. You don't need backup singers. You need lead singers. You need guys who want to take the lead and help this team win some ball games. And I can appreciate that. And it took a while for this team to grow up. And we didn't see this last year. We didn't see any emphasis like what they're doing right now last year. Last year combined, we had 9 turnovers last year. We've got 8 now. We've got 8 turnovers compared to 9 all last year.
Already more interceptions than they had all of last year.
Absolutely.
And you're seeing good play on defense.
Yes.
You know, a year ago, we saw a lot of blown coverages, guys confused in the secondary, all those kind of things. Just every week, we're seeing more confidence out of this defense. They're getting to the point, they've got a little swagger about themselves.
They do. And what that tells me, too, also, Hack, is that in the meeting rooms, they're more assertive. This defense, our offense needs to get there. Our offense needs to get there in the meeting rooms. There needs to be more of an attention to detail because that's all that is, Hack. When you got drop balls and you got stuff like that, what this Jaguar team is doing, they're not paying attention to the details and not understanding the magnitude of the moment.
More phone calls in just a moment, but since we're on the topic, RJ, every week here on the fifth quarter, we give a defensive player of the game. That defensive player of the game is brought to you by our friends at Superior Fence and Rail. And let's do it right now. The Superior Fence and Rail defensive player of the game.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail defensive player of the game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
A lot of candidates for this. I think you could have said Tyson Campbell. I think you could have said Devin Lloyd. I think you could have said Joshua Hines Allen. There are a lot of candidates. But I went with Jordan Lewis because, Leon, you just talked about guys aren't waiting to watch other guys make plays. Guys are going out there and making plays. This is the 3rd week in a row that Jordan Lewis has gone out there and made multiple plays. He obviously had the interception. The one diving knockdown that he had where one of the receivers had gotten behind the defense and he dove to knock the ball down. A great play. You always see him involved in the running game. 3 games in, you take it for what it is. It's 12 quarters of action, but good gracious, what a free agent signing he appears to be.
Yeah, because not only do we see it, Hack, but in the film room, his teammates see it. And so when they see that kind of effort, game in and game out, guess what's expected of them? He don't have to say anything because he's leading by example. Now, I heard he's a little mouthpiece and talks a little smack with him. I have no problem with that. Talk, walk the walk. Okay? But the fact that he's out there making plays, he puts more pressure on his teammates to go out there and make plays. So I love it about him.
And, Coach, you mentioned the defense. Is that because of the veteran influence that was brought in here? You think of the DeJuan Smoots, the Jordan Lewis, the Eric Murrays, the Dennis Gardecks, the Austin Johnsons, all these veteran guys, Emmanuel Agba, guys that were not here last year, guys that have been in the league 6, 7, 8, 9 years or more, it does look like a different defense, and I think the influx of those veterans might be a big reason why.
Well, everybody brings in veteran players at times, but when you bring the right players in and the right chemistry, and they're getting along together, and they're trying to get to know each other, and they believe in each other, and they're listening to each other. Right now, they got a great chemistry going, and I still give the D linemen some great credit for leadership, and Walker and Allen and watching, because they play every play physically, and we're seeing physical and finesse ball out of that secondary. That he made a great physical play on the one screen play. And another one on a run play. So, you're seeing good, sound defensive football being played out there as a team, not just one side of the ball, one position group. Out of everybody is making each other accountable, which is great to see.
Let's go out to the state of Alabama. Let's get Jonathan in here on the fifth quarter. Jonathan, go ahead.
Duval!
Jonathan's fired up. Absolutely. What were your thoughts on the game?
Well, do we have things to clean up? Yes, but I'm going to take the win for what it's worth. I didn't like Trevor's interception, but hey, I'm not going to complain too much. We won. That's all that matters. And sent the Texans back home with an L.
Jonathan, appreciate it. It was a bad throw from Trevor. We're contractually obligated to do this. It's been 35 minutes since we started. Your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence's performance today?
Average. Nothing,
How different would his stats look, though? Has receivers actually caught the
facts.
ball?
But, those two are tied. They're jointed at the hip. Trevor's games would look better if his wide receivers are catching the ball, or his wide receivers would be better if Trevor was throwing the ball to the right place. So, one head feeds the other. Although, we're winning it. We're winning in spite of the lack of productivity on offense, which is impressive. That's what's impressed me. Now, my hopes is that Trevor will come along and get better. Wide receiving core start catching more balls. We'll get a little bit more consistent running the football. See, if we get those things in line with a defense that's getting after it, now we win some real games. We don't beat the Texans of the world. We don't beat the Carolinas of the world. We beat the Chiefs of the world and the Niners of the world with a group effort. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. That's why I'm so offended by the way we're playing offensively, because with the way our defense is playing, getting after it, if you can complement that with a run game and offense and consistency with the pass game, coach will tell you. Coach, when we went from puppies to pit bulls. We went from puppies to pit bulls when I was here. All right. And it just meshed.
Well, and to your point, and Coach, you can speak to this very, very well. A couple of Super Bowl rings on your finger from your time with the New York Giants. The Jaguars committed 9 penalties today. The Jaguars missed a field goal. The Jaguars had an awful interception. It was far from perfect. But despite all that, to still find a way to win the game says a lot about this football team.
Well, it definitely does, but you still got to talk about, was it good enough? A lot of times when you're winning, you're a Super Bowl type team, you have some mishaps here and there, but you like to say you're explosive. We did not play explosively, okay? Now, the Trevor of the past, you'd say his decision-making was a question. Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing that, okay? Now, his leadership to make sure the details are getting done, he's got to do a better job, okay? However they have to do it as a group, they have to get it done. People have to make plays. People have to be accountable. They got to make it. If you're going to be explosive, we're explosive on defense. We got to be explosive on offense, and we got to score points and be as good as we say we are. People in position to make plays and keep drives going. That is a true offense. That's who you want to be known for as a quarterback, okay? Now, he had one ill-advised throw, okay? Should never have thrown that ball. The rest of the day, every one of those situations could have been better balls. There were 2 other situations where he could have had, BT on the sideline, a little longer throw if he catches it anyway. That's a touchdown. You got a post ball. that's a touchdown. You know, those great teams that win, you know, you don't miss out on those things. We missed out on some plays out there, even before the half, to get a field goal, knowing we got a great kicker. We missed on that. Okay, the great teams do not miss out on that. So that's where we got to get to on offense. That hey, we are explosive. We have confidence in asking whoever is in that position to make that happen, to elevate the team, to be who we are and where we want to be. That's got to happen. That's got to start with him.
Let's get a couple more phone calls in on this side. Again, we're with you till 8 o'clock. If you want to get in, there is room for you. 641-1010 after the Jaguars 17-10 victory today over division rival, the Houston Texans. Let's head up to Savannah. Let's get Kevin in here on the fifth quarter. Kevin, what do you got?
I think that was the best game that Hines Allen has played as a Jaguar. He was a whirlwind all over the place, and it was amazing. And I don't know if you heard the post-game interview with, 42. His name
with Andrew Wingard, Dewey Wingard?
Hey, yeah, sorry. He was unbelievable how he said everyone's playing for each other, how much they all like each other, how much they're playing for the coaches, and it was a thing of beauty, and it really, and it was good, and I just think he set the tone for what's to come for the team.
Kevin, appreciate the phone call. Leon, this is more a Texans question, but I'm going to ask you because it's got a Hines Allen thought on it. Hines Allen's eating 79's lunch, all right, for the Texans, the rookie tackle. At what point did the Texans decide it might be a good idea, I don't know, to put a tight end over there or a running back to chip? I mean, Hines Allen just had his way over there, and the Texans really didn't seem to do much about it.
Yeah, that was troubling, to be quite honest with you. He was struggling so mightily. You would think you would at least leave a back in there to chip. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even leave a back in there to chip, Master Mo. I mean, it's the growing pains of being a left tackle. It's the growing pains. I mean, maybe he said I can handle them the week, and you know they gave him half at it, and it didn't work out.
No, Hines Allen played well.
It didn't work out the world.
Trayvon Walker got another sack, his second of the year as well. Again, and I think they were credited with 2 sacks, but they affected C.J. Stroud much more than that.
You know what's worse than taking a beating in the game? Is watching the beating in the game on film.
On film?
Oh, my God.
It will not be a good film session for the offensive line of Houston.
No, it won't.
Let's head down to Melbourne. Let's get Steve in on this side on the fifth quarter. Steve, what's going on?
Hey, I'm super excited for the game. The defense, you know, I know it's not 2017 because we're not producing sacks, but we definitely are producing the turnovers. Jordan Lewis is worth every penny we paid for him. And I got to tell you all right now, I think this is the Devin Lloyd we've been waiting for, and I understand it's a contract year. You're going to all the stock, but it just seems like he's been playing with a purpose. And, Hack, I know you are one of the biggest stats guys on 1010. You know, somebody put out there, and I'm just going to say it right now, and Big Sturz and Coach, your experience, Trevor Lawrence is number 1 in the NFL in drops. In his entire career so far, 11% of his passes are drops. And 2.5% of that 11 are touchdowns. But yet the media is just going to bag on Trevor and not take that into consideration, but make excuses for everybody else.
Steve, appreciate the phone call. It's not what we've done in the first 40 minutes. Parker Washington dropped 2 balls. Brian Thomas, I mean, did you listen to any, respect the caller, but did you listen to any of the shows last week on 1010? I know Hacker After Dark. I know you guys on Primetime. I was very critical of Brian Thomas Jr. We just talked about how much Trevor's stats would be different today had even 2 or 3 of those balls not been dropped by the wide receivers. Trevor did not get a lot of help today, yet they won the game despite that.
It's inexcusable. Yeah, I mean, it's inexcusable to have those many drops in a game like that. And Coach, I was just mentioning it, the difference. You could just tell by the difference in play that when the defense, there's more attention to detail, they're more aggressive, they're getting after it, whatever, because they understand the concepts in which the defense is being run. Attack style, aggressive, go after the ball, that kind of stuff. And you can tell how the offense is fluttering a little bit, especially this week. So there's got to be more of a sense of urgency the offensive meeting room when it comes to the offensive coordinator, letting everybody know that we can be explosive, but we can't be our own. We can't be in the way of our success because we're not doing the right things.
Coach, we got to go quick, about 30 seconds. If you're Trevor Lawrence, you're the wide receivers, you got to get this figured out. You talk about the jug machine, you talk about that. There'll be drills in practice, certainly. But at a certain point, too, you got to look yourself in the mirror if you're these wide receivers. You can catch as many balls as you want on the jug machine. You got to go out there and you got to make plays on Sunday. I mean, that's the bottom line. You got to kind of do some self-evaluation this week, correct?
Oh, definitely. But it's just like Leon said. If you got to go back to fundamentals. I mean, you got to catch the damn ball, okay? And that's fundamental, just being fundamentally sound, and just make sure you have eye contact on the ball and you're putting your head down, not on the ball. When things aren't going well, little things matter, okay? And you have to make those little things become habit again. Obviously, we're losing the habit, and we're letting pressure get in the way, okay? Do the little things right, and it'll just be natural. So get back to the fundamentals, talk about it, talk about how we're going to run these routes, be confident about it, and just, hey, it's not a pressure situation. Catch the ball. It's fundamentally sound. That's your position. Find ways to make plays, elevate yourselves, and be an explosive offense that you need to be.
That is the coach, Gerald Ingram. He is the Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy. I'm the hacker, Ryan Green. It's the window world of Northeast Florida. Fifth quarter, we are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. The Jaguars, a 17-10 winner today over the Houston Texans. The first time the Jaguars have beat their AFC South rival in Jacksonville dating back to 2017. Jacksonville now 2-1 on the year as they get set to head out west next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Chris, Kevin, Buck, Travis, all you guys, hang in there. You'll be up on the other side. We roll on till 8 o'clock. It's the fifth quarter right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig in the hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Hey, Jags fans, Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
The Drip
from a leaky faucet isn't just annoying, it's wasteful. Worn parts or corrosion could waste thousands of gallons a year. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining will fix it fast. When your faucet's leaking, make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret: Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses. No dry, crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a Dandy today.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicle. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you at GuardianCollision.com.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K. October 3rd through 5th at Timaquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The Window World of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter. Nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Collins now on the near side, dropping a C.J. Stroud. He gets hit as he let it go. The ball's floating up there. The ball is picked off! The Jags, I believe it, picked it off! The Jags have picked it off! The Jags have picked it off! They take over at their own 4-yard line. What a play. They hit him as he let it go. It was picked off. Antonio Johnson has the pick against the Texans. He's from Texas A&M. And the Jags have taken over at their own 4-yard line.
Frank Franchi on the call, Jaguars radio. That was the winning moment as Jacksonville wins it 17-10 over the Houston Texans. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a play of the game. That play of the game is brought to you by our friends with Performance Painting. And let's do it right now, the Performance Painting play of the game.
Now, the Performance Painting high performance play of the game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Coach, whenever you have a game-clinching play like that, it is the play of the game. Joshua Hines Allen beats the tackle, hits Stroud's arm, the ball goes up. Antonio Johnson, the diving interception to cement the Jaguars' 17-10 victory earlier today.
They did what they needed to do to win. It was phenomenal.
It was a great play by Joshua Hines Allen. Absolutely no question about that. 641-1010. If you want to get involved on the fifth quarter with the Pro Bowler Leon Searcy, the coach Gerald Ingram, I'm the hacker Ryan Green. Let's head out to the Bartram area. Let's get Chris in here on 1010XL. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, Hacker, I'm just wondering, with all these offensive woes that we have, you know, the pre-snap penalties and the drops and mistakes, how much of that could be from having the two plays out of the snap and then having to think about that, you know, as you go to the line and the preparation and just getting your mind right, and then going out and executing. I mean, is that a factor at all, or would that be, or just overthinking it?
Chris, appreciate it. Leon, this is certainly a question for you. It's a brand new offense. It's a complicated offense. Trevor, Liam Cohen said it in the postgame. The slant to BTJ that essentially won the game, the 48-yarder, was a check at the line of scrimmage. That was a run play that Trevor checked into that pass, and obviously it worked beautifully. But with so many dynamics going on, do you forget the little things like the snap count, and that's why the false starts happen? Do you forget lining up properly, and that's why the illegal shifts are happening? I mean, is there logic to that?
I mean, if you keep doing it, we're going to find somebody else to do it. Yeah. You're paid professionals. You're paid professionals.
Most great teams do that.
Yeah, most schematically, it's going to be different. I mean, this is a brand new offense. Terminology is probably different, all that kind of stuff. But listen, you did all that stuff in training camp, minute camp, OTAs, all that. This is where the grind is. You know, you can't make it. You can't have built-in excuses for incompetence. All right, drop balls, jumping off sides, illegal shifts, all that kind of stuff.
You should never have a false start at home, ever.
No, you should. All that stuff, you're supposed to get out the way in minicamp, OTAs, training camp. Get all that stuff out. You get all the junk out you now. So, because now this is the time to grind. We can't afford to wait for you to get together. You got to get going, because we're trying to win some ball games. I'll never make excuses for players when it comes down to that. You paid professionally. You're paid well professionally. So get the job done. If that means working on it on your own, that means getting in the playbook a little bit more. That means watching film a little bit more. Whatever you need to do, get it done. We ain't got time to wait.
Yeah, and look, the penalties, Coach, have been an issue. There's no doubt about that. They had a lot of penalties in the win over Carolina. They had a ton of penalties today. I mean, there are 2 games that you've won. You had, I think, 20 penalties combined, something near that. So you keep saying you got to clean them up. And look, it's easy to say that after you win games, but those penalties have got to get cleaned up, because as you get deeper into the year, those penalties are going to cost you at some point, and that's going to be a big, big problem.
Yeah, the holding penalties are one thing, but the mechanical issues that happen, between the quarterback, receiver, running back, whatever, those are details that have to be addressed, and you have to do it over and over and over again. The one situation happened there because of the illegal shift. The quarterback, because of the blitz look, he moved the running back up. While the receiver doesn't understand, as far as what's going on, why is it taking a step longer? Before you give the heel to the receiver, that's the quarterback. That's on the quarterback. Make sure that he is set. Mm-hmm. Hold your breath for a second so he's set, because you're the one that moved him up. Now you give the heel to the receiver. In the Cincinnati game, it's still the same thing. It's the mechanics. And then, I think they addressed it during the week, but, like you said, that's part of getting, a new team getting to know each other, knowing the situations, the situation that happens. The quarterback has to control that. I put that on him.
And you went from 5 illegal shifts last week to 1 today, so that's obviously an improvement, but still probably 1 too many. Let's head to the south side. Let's get Kevin in here on the 5th quarter. Kevin, what's going on?
It's a pleasure to be on the show. I'm pretty sure that, my thing is I'm going to have faith in James Gladstone, because I feel like he wants – and that coach is a beast, the head coach. I feel like they want to win this year. And even though there was a lot of drop balls, we just have to understand Trevor Lawrence, the mid-range passes, he's inaccurate. Man, I'm pretty sure that coach and James Gladstone are going to find a way to upgrade that quarterback room, not replacing Trevor Lawrence, but bringing someone in there. There's a 3rd-string quarterback with the Giants, and Jameis Winston would fit that bill perfectly. He has great character. He brings a lot of energy to the room. I would just make a phone call. I mean, not to replace Trevor, but to upgrade, bring some competition into that room. And I'm sure that Jameis Winston would be a big plus for Trevor Lawrence.
Hey, Kevin, appreciate the phone call. Thank you for listening. I respect all opinions. This is not Madden football, Leon. They're not going to call the Giants about Jameis Winston to come in here and challenge Trevor Lawrence for the starting job in September. All right? So I don't mean to belittle here, but give me a break. I mean, am I accurate in those sentiments?
Oh, yeah, you're accurate. Absolutely
Okay.
accurate. You know, maybe he was looking at Jameis there for maybe consultation.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll call Kansas City and see, what Patrick Mahomes wants to do. Maybe he can bring in some competition as well in September for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, that's not reality. Do I think Trevor needs to play better? Of course. Of course he does. I would like to see what happens if his wide receivers actually catch the ball, because that hasn't happened a whole lot this year. He's had a ton of drops. But when all was said and done, after that horrible pick, Coach, 2-minute warning, they come out of it. They're on their side of the field. Trevor Lawrence audibles out of a run. Liam Cohen said he audibled out of a run, and he put it right on the numbers of Brian Thomas Jr. on that slant. 48 yards later, that play essentially won the game for them. So kudos to Trevor for making a play in that situation.
Well, also in Trevor, it was great to see him run the ball and make a play as quarterback. And he had two hands on the ball when he did it. But I want to tell you a story about what Bill Walsh said to his team. And if you ever get a chance to read his book, Building of a Championship Team, and he talked about in the middle of practice, the whole team got excited about a great catch that one of the receivers made. And he stopped the practice, and he brought everybody together, offense, defense, and everybody. And said, I want you to understand something. You guys get paid to make that play. It doesn't matter how phenomenal the catch is. Every catch is important.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get excited about the great plays. That's what you're here for, to win. That's where we have to change. The my bads don't exist when you're trying to be a championship team. It can't exist. So that's where they have to get and demand every week out of each other.
I do appreciate Kevin's sentiment, though, on James Gladstone and Liam Cohen. I look, it's an early sample size. We're 3 games in. I'm not going to jump to too big a conclusion here, obviously. But do I like what I've seen from Liam Cohen in 3 games? You bet your bottom dollar I do. I'm 2 thumbs up from Liam Cohen 3 games in to his Jaguar tenure. Let's head out to Orange Park. Let's get Buck in here on 1010XL. Buck, what do you got?
Yes, sir. Go Duval, son. I'm so glad we got that victory today. We have such a tough time with them, and to finally win at home and then the streaks they had against us, man, that's just crucial. We've seen a little bit of chippiness with their linebacker Shakir and all them, and we played through it. We played tough. We've seen Travis Hunter make a play on offense and defense. Every position had a really good highlight. Yes, it was messy. It was kind of rough, but we pulled it out, and kudos to the GM and the head coach. We definitely moving on the right direction in the number line. Thank you, gentlemen. Y'all have a good day.
Buck from Orange Park. Appreciate the phone call. Let's get one more in on this side. Again, if you're on the line, we will get to you. We got a whole other hour here with you on the 5th quarter. Let's head to the north side. Let's get Travis in. He's been on hold forever. Travis, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, buddy?
Hey, man, first thing, I'm great. First thing first, man, I want to say is, man, the Jaguars look great in those throwback uniforms. Let me just say that first.
They did. They play well in the throwbacks, too.
They look awesome today. Second thing I want to say is, man, Jacksonville should be 3-0. We played a great game this week. Oh, no, he just called me. He played a great game this week. Trevor played great. I mean, it was a real quarterback battle today. Pretty much a quarterback battle. Brian Thomas Jr. was involved in the game plan, but Travis Hunter was a little bit more involved in the game plan this week. And I love Travis Hunter's performance. I love the defensive performance. We held the Texans out of all teams that we haven't beat at home in years to 10 points, to just 10 points. And, you know, just like my guy Buck said, man, it was we had some rough patches. You know, it was a little messy. But, hey, man, we played a great game. We pulled it out, and we closed it out in the 4th quarter, and that all that matters.
Travis, appreciate the phone call. Absolutely. It doesn't matter what it looks like. At the end of the day, did you get the W or did you get the L? And the Jaguars got the W today to go to 2-1 on the year. We're at halftime of the fifth quarter. 1 hour down, 1 hour to go. We will take you up till 8 o'clock. Eric, Emily, the rest of you guys hang in there. If you want to get in, there is room for you right now at 641-1010. The window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. We are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. The Jaguars victorious for the first time since 2017 over the Houston Texans here in Duval County. Snaps an incredible streak that Houston had winning here in Jacksonville. The Texans now 0-3 on the year. The AFC South favorite, right, heading into the year, 0-3, now 2 games back of Jacksonville in the AFC South.
1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. From the offseason to the postseason, nobody covers the Jaguars like 1010XL. In life, only the best things stand the test of time, like radio play-by-play.
I think it's bigger than it seems, and if you're one of these players or one of these coaches, it's the biggest thing in your life.
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Carolina Jacks in historic Riverside has been named Best Burger in Jacksonville for 5 years in a row. They serve fresh, certified Angus beef smash burgers on locally baked buns with Florida fresh produce. Try favorites like the Riverside or a bacon cheddar. They have weekday lunch specials from 11 to 2 and open Sundays for pregame or postgame. Carolina Jacks is where it's at.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through September 30th. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Former Jags middle linebacker Tom McManus brings up grit to the ladies of helmets and heels.
You do it as tough as it is possible to do.
Tommy, Lauren, and Taylor.
Backed by Green Law Group. Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Sewer backups stink. Literally. Tree roots, old pipes, or major clogs can be the cause. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline inspects and clears sewer lines fast. If your sewer's backed up, make the superior choice and learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 3rd through 5th at Timaquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoor Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is the Window World of Northeast Florida fifth quarter, flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting on 1010XL.
They give it to Travis Etienne, picks his way to the 5. He's going to walk into the end zone. He walked into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Jags have taken the lead with 1:48 to play in the game.
Frank Frangie, Jaguars Radio, that proved to be the winning touchdown. Travis Etienne up the middle with 1:48 to go to give the Jaguars a 17-10 lead over the Houston Texans. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a drive of the game. That drive of the game is brought to you by our friends at Randy Marion Cadillac. RJ, let's do it right now. The Randy Marion Cadillac drive of the game.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac drive of the game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
All right, Coach, after the Nico Collins fumble, the Jaguars get the ball. They go 7 plays, 83 yards, 1:59 off the clock, culminating in the Travis Etienne game-winning touchdown. That's a big boy drive. You get a fumble like that, you get the ball with, 3.5 minutes to go, and you go 83 yards, scoring with 1:48 to go. That is this week's drive of the game.
That's a phenomenal drive, and it's something to go into next week that proves that you can do it, and tell the offense that that's how you have to play all the time.
There's no doubt. And Leon, look, normally in these Texan-Jaguar games, the Texans bring the physicality to Jacksonville. And there was some of that today. I mean, Azeez Al-Shire did his thing, and Daniil Hunter. I mean, the Texans had moments. But I thought Jacksonville matched them, both the offensive line, the Jacksonville defensive line. I thought Jacksonville looked every bit as physically tough as the Houston Texans today, and that certainly has not been the case in years past.
No, it hasn't. And it's been unfortunate, and that's the reason why you lose 7 out of 8 games at home against the Texans. But yeah, I think today we met physicality with physicality. That's the only way a team's going to respect you. When they put hammer to nail, you got to put hammer to nail. And it was good to see that we did that for the most part in the game.
Let's head out to Ortega. Let's get Emily involved here on the fifth quarter on 1010XL. Emily, what do you got?
Hey, first of all, I want to say go Knowles, bitches, and go Jags.
Wonderful, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're amazing. But I want to say, how do you feel about the Jaguars offense? Like, they kind of seem like they're iffy. Like, the receivers themselves, you know? Like, I'm not sure about the receiver.
Emily, appreciate the phone call. No, I mean, look, we talked about it the entire afternoon. The offense was not good today. But it's a lot better to talk about the offense not being good after a W as opposed to an L. And, you know, I guess the key word here, or the key phrase, is we got things to clean up, right? I think that's going to be Cohen's go-to. You know, you figure out what the coach's go-to phrase is. Well, things to clean up appears to be the go-to phrase. And there's going to be a ton of things to clean up. You got to clean up the penalties. You got to clean up the drops. You got to clean up when I say penalties, the just before the snap penalties just drive you absolutely insane. So there's a lot of things to work on. But again, it goes to show you what complimentary football is. When the offense struggles, the defense picks them up, and they're still able to hold on to win the football game.
Yeah, you become a complete team when one side can fail, the other side can cover for you. But you would like to see collectively both sides have success. And I think one thing we used to do when I was playing with the Steelers and Jaguars, we used to have our grading sheet, right? So MEs, which did not stand for me, were mental errors. And mental errors is jumping off sides, legal procedures, all that kind of stuff. And unless you know your professionalism or your lack of professionalism based upon how many MEs you got. So that was something that we did back in the day, but the last thing you wanted to be known as is a dumb player. You don't want to be, those things with drop passes and illegal procedures and all that kind of stuff. That's not you locked in. That means that you're not locked in if you're making those things on a consistent basis, week in and week out.
Coach, what's your thought on the run blocking for the offensive line? Obviously, in the first half, not a lot of room for the running backs. Second half, as we mentioned, 75 yards. How would you assess the offensive line, the tailbacks, the rushing unit in the second half?
Well, I thought they looked like what we thought they should look like in the second half. You know, when they moved the ball, they dominated up front. I thought the interior played fairly well. I thought their line stunts that they ran caused a couple problems, here and there. But, there were situations we didn't stick to the run. And because of our third down situation, it didn't get a chance to show more runs. Running the ball is running the ball. Not every run's going to look great, okay? But the more you stick to it, the more it gets better, as you go. And I think you saw the more consistent drives that we were having in the second half had a better mix and better rhythm, and if we were able to get back to that, sometimes you're going to have games that you win through the pass and there are going to be games that you win through the run. But the more balance you have and rhythm you have, I never once felt that the play calling today was an issue other than the execution of certain plays to make things continue on and be better.
Yeah, and look, I'll give them credit. There was nowhere to run in the first half. They at least made adjustments at halftime. Were able to get, I believe, 75 yards rushing in the second half and open up a little bit of holes for that Jaguar offense. Let's go to my neck of the woods, to Mandarin. Let's get Eric in here on the fifth quarter on 1010XL. Eric, what's happening?
What's up, guys? Glad we got the win. Just two quick things, and I'll take the comments off the air. Trevor Lawrence has been plagued by drop passes throughout his entire career. Like, numerically, it's statistically way higher than any other quarterback. Is it possible that he throws uncatchable balls and fires it in too hard or something? Because the amount of drop passes are just insane throughout his entire career with the Jaguars. And then lastly, it seems like a mental thing with Brian Thomas Jr. Do you think maybe we should sign somebody like Odell Beckham to get him in the receiver room to, see what's up with these guys and give him some confidence? Because he's looking for a team on Twitter.
Eric, appreciate it. I don't think you're going to sign Odell Beckham, but I will say there could be some wide receiver movement depending on De'Ami Brown. We don't know the severity of the shoulder injury. He did leave the game in the second quarter. He did not return. Honestly, Leon, I thought the same thing about Trevor. he has had a lot of drops, not just this year so far, but in the past. Is there something with his throwing motion? Is it a coincidence that, Parker Washington had drops today, Brian Thomas Jr. had drops today, Travis Etienne had drops today? I mean, you look at it, it doesn't look funky on Trevor's part. It just looks like lack of concentration by the wide receivers.
Well, I mean, you got to do something about it. You're knee deep in the season now. I mean, you're supposed to clear up all that stuff in training camp, OTAs, and the preseason.
Do you blame Trevor? Or do you blame the wide receivers? Equal measures of both?
Because collectively, I mean, listen, one hand feeds the other. You got to do something. I don't know if it's something you work on before practice, something you work on after practice, whatever. You need to clean it up, all right, because they're going to cost you football games. Now, we won a football game today in spite of, but we're going to lose more when crucial situations come about and we're dropping passes.
And Coach, I mean, you always talk about it being contagious, right? I think they even said that in the postgame. The drops were contagious. It's funny how when one guy drops a ball, then a second guy drops a ball, and then it just snowflakes on you and then snowballs on you, and oh my gosh, everybody's dropping passes. Is there anything to that? People are just looking for explanations as to why the Jaguars dropped so many passes today.
When we talk about rhythm and consistency, sometimes you just, when bad things are happening and they just snowball and you can't understand why, somebody has to stand up and be the spark. Somebody's got to make a play to get you out of that funk, and what we saw today was inexcusable, and it's lack of focus and concentration. I hate to say it's pressure, but, it all comes together. If you're losing fundamentally, which we always say anyway, we lose more games on fundamental, on not poor tackling technique or whatever it is. It's not the schematics. You're losing because of fundamentals and focus. And they got to get it back. And whoever that spark is to get it back, it's got to be somebody. Sometimes it's a coach. Sometimes it's a player. Whatever the situation is. Maybe it's another that's running the ball. Something's got to happen, to get everybody back together again.
Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a special teams player of the game. That special teams player of the game is brought to you by Superior Plumbing. And RJ, let's do it now. The Superior Plumbing special teams player of the game.
Jacksonville was built on specialists. Now the special teams player of the week, sealed by Superior Plumbing and Pipelining.
All right, Logan Cook is this week's special teams player of the game. 6 punts, averaged 49 yards per punt. Down inside the 20 twice, a long of 60. Leon, it's not the most glamorous statistic or position, but Logan Cook again. And I thought he actually started kind of slow, to be honest, in the first quarter and a half. But he showed why, to me, he's the best punter in the league in the second half. He was outstanding in the second half.
He's a pillar of consistency.
He is, no doubt.
A pillar of consistency.
So Logan Cook is this week's special teams player of the game. All right, Adam, Tim, Joe, Leo, ton of you guys on hold. We will get to each and every one of you. We're with you for about another 40 minutes or so as we roll on to 8 o'clock, a victorious Sunday evening here in Northeast Florida with the Pro Bowler Leon Searcy and the coach Gerald Ingram. The hacker Ryan Green with you. It is the window world of Northeast Florida. Fifth quarter, we are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. More to do here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Join the 1010XL Podcast Network.
Okay, excellent show, everyone.
Now you can find all your favorite 1010XL podcasts in your platform of choice.
The 30th annual Reggie Hunt Memorial Golf Tournament fundraiser is Friday, October 24th at Amelia River Golf Club. All proceeds support Big Brothers Big Sisters. Register at the Big Brothers Big Sisters events page.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, thanks for coming over so quick.
Sure thing, pal. What's the big...
Whoa! See, I told you there was a smell.
Yeah, it smells like...
Exactly, or a dead one more like it.
You need some fresh air in here.
Well, this is the problem, Jason. I've kept everything sealed up tight all summer long so I don't lose all my nice cool air. Now all the dog smells and cooking smells and home gymnasium man cave smells are all building up and I can barely...
Dude, where are the Bueller sunglasses I gave you?
Oh, I don't know. They must be in my other...
Put on my emergency pair.
Whoa.
Bueller Air and Plumbing can install an air purification add-on to your existing air conditioner. Clean the air of dust and pollen and funky smells while you cool.
So I can keep all the cool air I saved up?
And your place won't smell like a dead...
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Are you trapped at a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month? Stop right now. At Loan Pronto, they are delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program is a streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in at a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR and close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. And here's the kicker. You can skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Don't wait. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Loan Pronto is amazing. So start now by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or visit loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate and skip those next 2 payments. 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Friday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL's Gator Bites podcast wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville, and now's the time to drive away in luxury.
That's right, Jennifer. The $7,500 tax credit ends this month. It's your last month to take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They are all in stock and ready to drive today.
See all of our inventory at Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com or visit us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors with great ratings and expert reviews. You know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through September 30th. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. The window world of Northeast Florida, 5th quarter. Flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting on 1010XL.
Dropping a Stroud. Fires middle of the field, wide open. That's Nico Collins. Ball fumble. The ball came out and the Jags have it. The ball came out and Devin Lloyd has it. It was a fumble and went right to Devin Lloyd. And the Jags take over. What a gigantic play by the Jaguars defense.
Frank Franchi on the call, Jaguars radio. You know, we were talking in the pre-show. If Nico Collins doesn't fumble that ball, that was a 3rd and 2. He already got in the first down. If he goes to the ground, Jaguars have 1 timeout. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Best case scenario, Houston kicks a field goal. Jacksonville's down 3, probably at the 2-minute warning with no timeouts. But Tyson Campbell made a play, knocked the ball out, and then the Jaguars drive 7 plays, 83 yards after that fumble, and punch it in for the game-winning score late in the 4th quarter and get a 17-10 victory. The first time they've beat Houston here in Jacksonville since 2017. Let's quickly go back to a couple of phone calls with the coach Gerald Ingram and the Pro Bowler Leon Searcy. I'm the hacker Ryan Green. Let's go to the state of Georgia. Let's get Tim in here on 1010XL. Tim, what's going on?
What's going on, Hack?
How are you, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I just want to give a shout-out to the defense, man, for doing their thing, man. Big shout-out to close the game for Josh Hines Allen for coming down on the money plays at the end of the game. Last week, they didn't come through. This week, they did. Also want to give a shout-out, unsung hero, Devin Lloyd. I mean, he was flying around today. And, I mean, we keep this going. I got faith in the offense that they're going to give together because I got faith in Lee and Cohen. But go Jazz, do ball.
Tim, appreciate it. I want to ask you guys about one player in particular. Leon, I want to start with you, Devin Lloyd. Contract year for Devin Lloyd, and it looks like it because he's playing some of the best football he's played since he's gotten here.
Well, listen, I've been in this position before when I was with the Steelers. You know, you bet on yourself, all right? You're taking a huge risk because you want a long-term deal, but you bet on yourself. And then me, because I'm so spiteful, I wanted to show the Steelers that they were making them a big mistake by not signing me long term, and then to make it more difficult for them. Now we ain't had franchise tag back then, but to make it even more difficult to sign me because you could have got it done early. So yeah, and listen, your contract year, you understand that you're auditioning for other teams because the Jaguars essentially said we don't want you, we don't by not picking up his option. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that he's having a splendid year this year.
Coach, on the offensive side of the ball, your bread and butter, the running back position, Travis Etienne, also a contract year, and Etienne's off to one of his best starts in his career.
Well, it's must-to-do situation. You know, you never want to lose that notoriety that you started off with, just like the linebacker situation. When people start questioning you and doubting you, you know, based off of last year, you're playing off of pride and you're playing off a contract. So you're in a do-or-die situation just to hold who you are and what your legacy is. So there's a lot of things that Etienne is playing for, you know. So it's good to see him keep fighting.
Let's go back to Mandarin. Leo is up here on the 5th quarter on 1010XL. Leo, what do you got?
Hey, what's up, 5th quarter gang? Hey, listen, I'm excited, man. First of all, I'm not going to really never call in negatively when these jokers winning at the home, especially. They 2-0 at the home. Great job, Jaguars. Thank you for doing that. And the defense, you know, I heard y'all trying to give the defense a little grief, man. Listen, 51 points in 3 weeks, that's to my recollection. My quick Mandarin math is 17 points a week, 17 points a game. That's real good. You got to understand that this is the NFL, and these other teams are going to get some points. I just wanted to say one thing before I'm not going to get long-winded. I wanted to say good job, Trevor, on that last throw. Listen, he's taking a lot of heat, the wide receivers and all this. I'm going to say it like this, guys. When Trevor Lawrence starts playing a little bit more consistent, and this is what I mean, did you see that throw to BTJ? He never left his feet. He stayed on his feet. He put the ball in front of him. The man made a play. When Trevor starts playing more consistent, did y'all see the deep throws? He overthrew and missed. Now, you can count the one to BTJ and say he dropped it, but like Coach said, if he'd have kept floating it to him, BTJ could have ran under it. But when Trevor starts playing more consistent and starts being more accurate, this team, and this one thing I want to ask y'all, too, because I don't see this enough. Like, when they mess up on the play, do y'all see them jokers talking on the sidelines? I like to see them with the playbook or the tablet and talking and working it out. I'm happy for the win, though. I'm glad they got it at the house. They're going to work it out. And I got this to say, too, before I hang up. BTJ is better than y'all kept trying to give that man grief about Jamar Chase. Let me tell you something. On a sloppy day, BTJ had 2 catches for 55. Your boy had 5 for 50. I'll holler at y'all, man. Duval.
We appreciate it. I don't think we've been critical at all of the defense. I think we've been very complimentary of the defense. And Brian Thomas Jr. was bad last week. I mean, look, listen to his head coach last week, what he said. I mean, they had to figure that out. And it did not start out well today. In fact, most of the day was not going well for Brian Thomas Jr. And I think he will admit as much when he has a 48-yard catch and you saw the emotion on the sideline that he let out, slamming the ball into the stadium wall there, kind of a celebratory, but also letting out some emotion, Leon. He's got to be better, but he made a heck of a play in crunch time when it mattered the most.
Yeah, I mean, that frustration had maybe a lot to do about his critics. You know, slamming that ball, you know, just the frustration of knowing.
Was the criticism fair?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely fair. When you're in this league, there's a certain amount of accountability, especially when it comes to a first-round wide receiver, you know, that we called elite after one season, that you can't have those kind of drops passes like that. You can't get alligator arms when you're coming across the middle and you know you're going to hit on the slant. You can't do that kind of stuff.
And look, not just for the purposes of being accurate, Jamar Chase, I don't even know why he brought up 5 for 50 for Jamar today. Jamar had 100 catches for 1 billion yards last week against the Jaguars.
He did.
So, you know, I wouldn't put BTJ and Jamar Chase in the same conversation right now. Having said that, BTJ had to start somewhere, and great ending to the game. Hopefully that'll translate heading into San Francisco next week.
You know what it's like? It's like a shooter that sees the ball go in the basket. Now that he's caught the pass and now he knows that he can elevate it. All you got to do is see it on film, and then the next week you want more of it. Well, that's what you're hoping. That's what you're hoping is that he's in a slump. He's in a little slump right now. He was a slump last week. He was a slump earlier on this season. He caught a pass. He made a play. Let's see what happens the next week.
And Coach,
he had to challenge himself.
Yeah,
that was the most important thing. Knowing that what he went through. I mean, he had to go through the whole verbal abuse for bad football of an individual in his position. He had to challenge himself and get away from the noise. How did he handle it? It was a growing pain today, okay? Because a lot of things still happen, but he ended up on a positive note, okay? So I mean, it's gonna be a continuation of what happened today to next week, and then the next week. I'm making plays that he should be making and being an elite receiver.
Hey, that's why football is so therapeutic, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, as bad as you play in one particular game, you got an opportunity to redeem yourself the next week. You got an opportunity. So, I mean, he didn't get I don't think he got did he get a passing grade today as a wide receiver? Maybe because of that catch.
I'll give him a C- because of the catch.
Because of the catch.
Yeah.
Okay. He got an F last week. All right. He got an F. He got a C-. Right now, I mean, his report card ain't looking good. So guess what he got to do next week? You got to go give us a B. You got to give us a B+. You got to put it on yourself. There should be more pressure on himself than from the media.
Well, and what I love is that the last thing he'll remember is the game-winning play. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr., that's essentially was a game-winning play because the Jaguars went on to score, 2 plays after that to ultimately take actually, no. Was it the next play? I think it was 2 plays after that to go on to take a 17-10 victory. Let's go to San Marco. Let's get Adam in here on the 5th quarter on 1010XL. Adam, what's going on?
What's up, gentlemen? I just want to thank y'all for taking the phone call.
Yes, sir. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just want to say to all the, just Jacksonville in general, 2-1. It's a great feeling to be a winning team. For once, our quarterback play really isn't the issue, but to the unsung hero and the gods of football, I just think that DeMeco Ryans letting, his defense let up us score, just, I don't know. It just seems like an ironic, idiotic thing to do because, the dogfight 10-10 and, to make them go all the way to the field to score, it just seemed like, for once the football gods were on our side and, to get a win on our divisional opponent, it just seems epic to me. And, for once we got, the W and as far as that side of the call. So,
Adam, appreciate it. We were talking about that before the show. All right. So minute 52 to go when they snap that ball. So ETN gets the carry. If ETN goes down at the 2-yard line, Houston was obviously letting him score. If ETN takes a knee, like you see a lot of running backs do, Houston calls the timeout. It would have been 2nd and goal. If Trevor takes a knee, Houston calls their final timeout, we'll say with 1:40 to go. Trevor takes a knee again on third down, then the clock runs. Houston doesn't have any timeouts. You're basically kicking a field goal to go up 3, and you would have given the Texans roughly 50 seconds, I guess. So if you're D'Amico Ryans, you have to think, all right, do we want to be down 3, no timeouts, with 50 seconds to go, needing a field goal, or do we want to be down 7, 2 timeouts, and 1:48, needing a touchdown? I didn't have as much of a problem with D'Amico Ryans doing that. And in fact, I don't know if I wouldn't have told Travis Etienne to go down if I'm Jacksonville. I understand why Liam Cohen wanted them to score there, but I was pretty, I had some anxiety, Coach, when Etienne scored, knowing Houston still had $1:48 and 2 timeouts left.
Well, like I said before, I mean, if you're confident about your team, you say, hey, I'd take the clock. But in that situation, you'd say, all right, he played it, they played it the way they had to. You had to let them score, okay? And you had to give your offense enough time to go ahead and make plays down the field. And it went against them. But in all reality, that was the play to make.
I agree. D'Amico Ryans had to let him score. I just don't know if I'm Liam Cohen if I wanted to score there. Obviously, they did.
Who do you have more confidence in? I had more confidence in our defense than our offense. Yeah. So I would say in a situation where you let the offense freaking score, all right, and then you give him the 2 timeouts with a minute, whatever, and then I'll play my odds with my defense, who's getting after it pretty good, stripping the ball, getting pressure on the quarterback, and let's see what happens.
Let's get a couple more phone calls in. We'll take 2 more phone calls tonight. We'll come back and start previewing the San Francisco 49ers. James and Dylan, you'll be the final 2 calls of the night. Let's begin with James on the south side. James, what do you got?
Hey, Hacker, it's kind of a fun phone call. It was a great win, no complaint, but Trevor Lawrence got me 7 points in my fantasy. Travis Hunter got me 3. Is Travis Hunter a game day threat, or where is he at? What are they doing with him? I didn't see him on TV all day. What's going on?
Yeah, they got to get involved more, Coach. You made that point earlier, and now with the uncertainty about the De'Ami Brown injury, I think that it's going to be a necessity to get Travis Hunter involved in the passing game more.
I mean, we're now going to be 4 games into this, and he's now got to educate himself to be, your playmaker's got to make plays. You got to get him in position to make plays, and that has to be done. Now, it's through an injury, whatever. It didn't matter if it was injury or not. He has to have more plays. Now, I don't see the whole tape to see if it was the coverage that took him away, the route designs and so forth, but you got to find ways to get him the ball. That's why you brought him here.
That'll be an emphasis, Leon. That'll be a talking point this week. Travis Hunter's got to get more involved in the offense.
He needs more touches. He needs more targets. Absolutely. If he's not getting, just then you're not adequately using them for the capital that you gave up to have.
He touched the ball 1 time today, and he made a play. He made a 21-yard play where he made a guy miss and gained 15 extra yards because of that. So you need to see that 3 or 4 times a game, not just 1 time a game.
That part.
Yeah, he's not a freshman anymore. So, you got to, we're spreading the ball around, but not to him.
1 more call, final call of the night. Dylan on the west side. You're the last one in here on the 5th quarter. Dylan, what's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for taking the call. I appreciate it. You guys do a great job. But this is for Leon, especially with all the question marks going on with the offensive line. The right and left tackles seem to be doing a pretty good job. In terms of Leon's perspective, what do you think of the offensive line and how good of a job, or what kind of question marks do you have with the O-line? Because from the common fan, it seems like they're doing a pretty good job with all the question marks they had going on. So from Leon's perspective, what do you think from the big man up front?
Well, I think that the offensive line is probably the most consistent position group on the offense. I think that internally they're running the ball effectively on a lot of those gap runs. I think the tackles, who was a question mark for me going into the season because of what I saw in training camp, have done more than an adequate job as far as pass protecting goes. I think collectively they're reliable. I think that they're the heartbeat of this offense, and you got to continue to feed them. You got to give them the opportunities to be aggressive, not only in the run but in the pass. And I think that if they continue with their consistency, now they got some issues with illegal procedures and all that other kind of stuff and holding calls every now and then. But right now they've got a passing grade as far as I'm concerned.
That is the Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy. He is the coach, Gerald Ingram. I'm the hacker, Ryan Green. It is the window world of Northeast Florida. Fifth quarter, as always, we are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. We'll come back, put a bow on week 3, and look ahead to week 4, a trip out west for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to have the 2-1 Jaguars traveling out to the 3-0 San Francisco 49ers. It will be one of the marquee games of the week. We'll start talking about it next. As we put a wrap on the fifth quarter, it's 1010XL, and it's 92.5 FM.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
How'd you get your money so quick?
Hard Rock Bet's got lightning fast withdrawals.
Almost as fast as Dale Jr. valeting cars at this party.
Man, he's fast.
Hard Rock Bet's fast withdrawals have given me new motivation. Tips are appreciated.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
All right, Prosser here, and I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy. They make the promise. Let me show you some of the proof. This is Nicoletta and Daniel in Panther Creek. We don't recommend this, but we bought our new house before we sold our old one. Then worst case scenario happened. Our old home failed to sell in a year with another realtor. Finally, we got smart. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they sold it in 10 days above asking price. These are the results you're getting with Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to have the right people on your side. Maybe you want max price. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. Maybe you just want to sell right now. Well, fast, easy, and stress-free, that's what Chad and Sandy bring to you. They have this guarantee. They guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. They're the local real estate experts you can trust for all of your real estate needs. Go to chadandsandy.com today. That's chadandsandy.com, or call that help hotline, 904-414-6200.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game? When Miles Jack wasn't down, you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. Since 1927, Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821, CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E, Jacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
For the first time ever, Beard's Diamonds brings you names like Rolex, Cartier, Van Cleef, and Tiffany. It's happening this week, Thursday through Sunday, a 4-day premium estate jewelry event. This is a spectacular buying opportunity. Your chance to own the world's premium brands. Ready to own the Rolex of your dreams? Beard's buyers have scoured the country, handpicking high-quality pre-owned Rolex watches. All the hard-to-find models: Submariners, Datejust, Skydwellers, Yachtmasters. Over 100 pristine Rolex timepieces to choose from at exceptional value prices. Plus, showcases filled with Tiffany rings, Cartier necklaces, Van Cleef pendants, exquisite rare gemstone pieces, the finest estate jewelry in the world at prices you never thought possible. And for this special event, Beard's is selling loose diamonds at unheard of prices, from 1 carat to 10 carats. Dazzling rare diamonds marked down to rock bottom. Don't miss this unprecedented event. The finest names, the highest quality, the guaranteed best values. It's this Thursday through Sunday, September 18th through 21st. Come early for the best selection. Beard's Diamonds at St. John's Town Center.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
It's Hot Takes on Hot Wheels. I'm Lauren Brooks. Let's cruise through the day's biggest sports stories from my unique point of view. Buckle up for Lauren's Lane. Driven by Mazda at the Avenues, 2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Maxed out on credit card, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. Nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
The Jags blitz. They're coming after him now. Firing downfield, and that ball's going to be picked off. Jordan Lewis picked it off. What a play. They blitzed. Stroud got it out of his hands, and Jordan Lewis picked it off and ran it back to around the 25-yard line. That is great work once again by that Jaguar defense.
Frank Franchi on the call, Jaguars Radio. Jordan Lewis, another terrific game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. As we wrap it up here on the fifth quarter, every week we do give you an injury update. It is brought to you by the good folks of Farah and Farah. And let's do it right now, the Farah and Farah Injury Update.
The personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah present this injury update. Farah and Farah, Jacksonville, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
A lot of guys left the game and came back. Eric Murray, Bashel Tootin among them. Tyson Campbell, I believe, as well. The one guy that left and did not come back, De'Ami Brown. Liam Cohen said it's a shoulder. Said we might have to look at that a little bit, or paraphrasing, but something along those lines. So we'll see. He was listed as questionable, then ultimately did not come back in the game. That will certainly be something to monitor. Coach, as we begin to wrap up, just your final thoughts on today's game and a quick look ahead to San Francisco next week.
Defense, let's keep doing what we're doing. Find a way to just share the wealth a little bit. Offensively, let's clean it up. Okay, let's just be more detailed, be more specific. Get back to fundamentals on catching the ball, and let's see it on tape next week that we put our eyes on the ball. We nod our head down every time we catch the ball. We don't take the ball for granted in any situation. Every ball's important, and let's find a way to win San Francisco.
Leon, it's a West Coast game. It's a 2-1 Jaguars. The 3-0 49ers should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it should. I mean, it's a business trip, and it's not easy to go out on the West Coast and win. Trust me, I know. All right, but 49ers. They're in the way, and like what Coach said, the offense has got to giddy up, because the defense is playing well. They're getting after it well. They're holding teams to under 20 points a game. They're averaging 2.5 turnovers a game. They're getting after the pass rushes. They're stopping the run, all that kind of stuff. Now they need the offense to complement them. The type of games that we got to win down the stretch against the Niners and the Chiefs and the Seahawks and the Rams, we got to play complementary football. Both sides of the ball playing well and special teams.
Leon, I enjoyed it. We'll hear you tomorrow on XL Prime Time, and you'll be with me Wednesday on Hacker After Dark.
No doubt.
Coach, thank you as always, my friend. I'll talk to you tomorrow night on Hacker After Dark.
Always enjoyed. Go Jags.
The coach, Gerald Ingram. The Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy. I'm the hacker, Ryan Green. R.J. Saunders has been your producer tonight. The Window World of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter. We are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. Jeff Prosser will be in this studio at 6 a.m., and we will start 16 hours of programming on a Victory Monday here in Northeast Florida. That includes Hacker After Dark. I'll talk to you tomorrow night beginning at 8 o'clock. Until then, enjoy the victory, and good night, Jacksonville.